Today, we're going to have a quick glance at some of the innovations that have been happening at CoTrack Pro. That way, you can have an understanding as far as not only what's possible, but maybe some of the things you can start implementing right away to protect families and put them back together. So right now, I'm at the invest.cotrackpro.com. This is its own AI agent to help you understand how CoTrack Pro helps impact your community. But I'm going to fast forward real quickly to go to some of the tools because these are super fun. I'm just going to randomly click on a couple of these so you can see. So this one is for judges, right? So if you're going to create a new case, or you're going to, let's say we're going to edit this case right here. We're going to get right into it. This is the case number here, case tags, case summary. There's the dashboard about the people. There's risk factors that you can start to add in. You can even generate a 2-minute snap. This really, like, instead of looking at the case docket, you've got everything you need right here to tell you as far as what's going on for this specific family. Right? So you can even look at all the different documents that are involved. That's for judges. We're going to move forward to police because many times the police get involved, and if there's a police report that needs to be filed, it's good for officers to have parent-friendly documentation to help them move things along. So this is where you can add in new people, new cases. This is the address of where this incident was set up. There's an officer profile. There's evidence where you can upload evidence, and the AI kind of helps you interpret and get to information quickly. Moving on, we're going to go to protective orders. Let's pretend you need to file a protection order. What are the steps in the process? You need help drafting your petition. Is there any hearing prep that you need? Any of the checklist? I mean, there's just so much that's already baked into this that's going to help you save some time. So you can download these checklists, you can print them, you can share them, all kinds of fun things if you need to protect your family from somebody who is hurting you. So we're going to take a look at a couple of other ones. This one's kind of fun if you're into changing policy for families. So this is just built specifically for Missouri, but you should be able to use it just about anywhere. This is where you create the definition of the issue. Maybe it's a bill that you're trying to write or it's trying to rewrite. You have a stakeholder map that you need to put together. You need to be able to track this legislation over time. This helps you build the brief builder that maybe a legislator would help sponsor for you. There's all kinds of tools in here just to help rewrite some legislation for justice reform. Moving on, this is a fun one. How much does it cost to actually get a divorce? I'm going to zoom in so you can see this a little bit better. You just come here to click Build My Scenario, and it's going to come down to a couple of different entry items. You know, what's the conflict level? What's the cooperation level? What's in dispute right now? What are some of the risk factors that are involved? So if you just click a couple of these, right, and then generate the analysis, now you have kind of an estimate as far as cost range and timeline, impact on the child, all the different ways that you can use the legal system. But again, if you go the litigation route, it can cost you a lot of money and a lot of time, and it's going to have a higher impact on the child. You can even see here where the potential additional costs would be. And if you look at attorney strategies, this is kind of fun because if this is the route that you're taking as a parent, this is what an attorney might try to do, and this is the potential costs, right? So all these are estimates. These aren't exact figures, so don't quote this, just for educational purposes. So we're going to take a look at the financial side of things. Oh my gosh, this is super fun because I'm just going to type in just Gmail so you can get in here and see. But super fun because the money side of things is one of the things you need to get organized. So whether it's expense tracker that you've got where you upload and monitor receipts, you're taking a look at building assets, or for your children. So Ethan and Sophia example, and you can add more kids. But this is kind of a quick dashboard for you to be able to look at their savings and kind of where the direction they're headed. Even if you're in litigation and you're trying to recover fees, maybe you can start to add some items to this, make a report, and this is something you might be able to submit to a judge. But make sure you ask them. Moving on, this is super fun, especially if you teach family law, or you're trying to, or maybe you're a mediation, right? Or maybe you're just a parent. So I'm just gonna type in Doug. What's my difficult level? And I'm going to work on child safety and school decisions. So what this will do, once I fill out this easy form, it's going to create a training session for you to be able to figure out specific scenarios. So again, if you're teaching a CLE class, or you're teaching, facilitating some sort of discussion amongst professionals, and then you throw this up on the screen, this is a great way to be able to engage them. So scenarios, the CoTrack Pro app will help you create these different types of scenarios to figure out how should you respond. And so I didn't even read the question, but let's say I picked C and I commit the decision. It actually gives me the feedback on why that was a good answer, why that was, or why maybe a better answer was needed. Custody evaluators are a big part of this process. There is a custody evaluator app that's here. So if you click on start the evaluation, you can go in and really determine what are some of the, not just put in the parents' names, but what are some of the factors that are involved with this for us to take in consideration. So once you complete this, and then you click on plan, you can then export that plan and have it ready for discussion amongst the professionals and the parents. Moving on, I don't know, I just keep going through this because it's super, I don't know, to me this is kind of fun. Peace. Peace is one that was created for mediators, right? So I'm going to scroll down in here. This kind of helps you determine what the workflow for that specific case is going to be, because there's a lot of decisions that are involved with this. So there's 7 steps here in this program, and you just kind of go through and complete this, and then you'll have an idea as far as what are some of the steps. And then again, my favorite here is the kindness generator to then say something nice to anyone. And it's not that you don't know what nice things to say, but sometimes when you're in high conflict or high stress, you just need a little bit of help, and the AI is super helpful in doing that. What else can we look at that's kind of fun here? When we'll do one last one, the parenting plan. So a parenting plan is a legal document that is typically drafted with an attorney or a collaborative practice attorney. Not sure if mediators do it, but we'll save that for another show. So if I just click on start building to build a new plan, it's going to walk me through 20 steps. I mean, this is a very comprehensive document. Reason why a lot of cases go back to court is because the parenting plan was unclear, ambiguous. And instead of going through all 20 steps, I'm just going to scroll through here so you can see these 20 steps: case information, holidays, digital social media. This is a new one that most people aren't familiar with or don't really take into account. Travel, emergency, it's all right here. So you can quickly create a parenting plan that becomes a draft for you to have your conversation. I mean, there's so much in here for you to do. I'll let you choose these at your own leisure. But if you go to the CoTrackPro.com app, you can actually go in here and not just learn about our mission, but let's pretend you are a community advocate, right? And you're wondering, community. And just know this is just a statistic that is recited frequently in community development, that when you invest $1 into community development funds, you can get a potential 4 times ROI. So when we're looking at projected impact, let's say that you're, I don't know why I put McDonald's, but how can you spread the word? Let's say we're gonna volunteer. Community safety is and then we're gonna generate this little AI report. So the AI helps you determine how CoTrack Pro can best work with your community. Now, if you're an investor, it'll help create a financial budget that, again, all based on raw numbers, but this helps you create some of the materials to help get support from your team. So let's pretend if you wanted to draft a letter here, and then you can just quickly type in the name and the organization and your relationship to them. You draft a letter, right, using AI. So I'm going to say Doug McDonald's. And here we go. The AI is building the letter to help you get the word out about CoTrack Pro and why to make the investment. So we've covered a lot of information here in a short period of time. I highly recommend that you go back and you look at the menu for, or the footer for the Invest app. That way you can see all the different ones that you can start playing with. We obviously love your feedback so we can make this better, not just for you, but for other families across the world.